Owen MacWilliams, the Director of Andrew Sport Conditioning, and you guys submitted questions to Ben McDonald.
Number 1, my stride is short and not explosive. How do I develop a longer, more powerful stride?
Great question, but I think you need to see how you skate. A health professional should assess how you do skate, but a couple things that you could think of, or that I thought of, would be a mobility restriction. So being able to actually straighten the leg and just lengthen your hip, and also strengthen the back of your leg, so your bum, your hamstrings, your quads. So overall strength training should help that, but again, it's very individualized and a tough question to answer if you didn't see somebody skate.
Question number 2, does stretching help you with your conditioning and speed on the ice?
The stretching doesn't help in hand with conditioning or your speed, but again, if you're a tight individual who has issues with the skating stride because it's short and choppy, then stretching would help you have a longer stride, meaning you could push off faster. You could potentially have a longer stride, so conditioning may be easier, but they don't really go together hand in hand.
Question number 3, how long should you warm up for? How long should you stretch before a game or practice?
You should warm up for at least 10 to 15 minutes with a proper dynamic warm-up. Again, consult a health professional to ensure that the drills you're doing are correct and in the right order. Any static stretching should be done prior to a dynamic warm-up. I wouldn't hold a stretch for any longer than 30 seconds before a game. Again, you just want to feel a nice light stretch. You don't want to go too deep with it. The dynamic warm-up after should include every movement you can think of, again, while consulting a health professional, and you should have a good sweat going by the time you're done.
Question number 4, I sometimes get really sore the next day after a workout. One day I had trouble skating the next day. How do you know when you are doing too much?
If you have trouble skating, you're probably doing too much. You don't want to do such a tough workout that you want to be really sore the next day. You want to be able to feel like maybe that you're a little tight, maybe, but I wouldn't go to the point where you're really sore. That means that you really did some serious damage to your muscles and they aren't able to recover. So I would also ask the question if you're recovering properly, so sleep, nutrition, and making sure you're keeping the stress out of your life as much as possible and having fun.
Question number 5, what should the biggest focus be for a 7-year-old for off-ice training?
Play every sport. Guys, whenever you're younger, you need to be able to develop different movements and strengths in different movement planes. And what that means is that if you play hockey, you only have certain planes that you cross, and they're different from basketball to volleyball to tennis to soccer to baseball. So what I can say is make sure you play every sport, and ones that you enjoy, of course. You don't have to play everyone, but pick 2 or 3 per season and play them and enjoy and have fun again. Give us a shout out on Instagram at ASC Performance or ASI Future Leaders. Thanks.